Okay, welcome to another American Indian Public High School Algebra 2 video. The section is 9.5. The objective is adding and subtracting rational expressions. So here we go. So first rule of adding rational expressions is when they have the same denominator, you can just add straight across with the numerator. But you got to remember this is not 6 or 6x because these are 2x and 4 are not like terms, so it's not that. We keep 2x and 4 separate, but we would leave the denominator the same, and that's how you solve them when the denominators are the same. So like denominators. And what about when we have different denominators? Well, this is one that's sort of review because you've got just numbers in it, but you need a common multiple. We call that the least common denominator or the least common multiple. Same idea. Now, one way to find the least common multiple is to figure out what's these two's greatest common factor. Well, that's 2. So if you take out the 2, you've got 3 left here and 2 left here. And now if you, so that means you took out a 2 and you got 3 and 2. So your least common multiple, the trick is what you take out times what's left times what's left. So 2 times 3 times 2 is 12. And that's your least common multiple. So you use the greatest common factor, 2, to find the least common multiple. So to make this 12, I have to times by 2, so that means if I times the top by 2, I get 10. So times by 3 here, so this becomes 9. And my answer is 19/12. So same concept now. Factoring it helps me find the least common multiple here too. So again, I need to factor. Well, this is already kind of factored. It's x squared and 6. There's no factoring to do, but this is actually 4x times x minus 3. So now what's the common factor? What goes into both of them? Well, x goes into both of them, both denominators. I don't care about the numerator right now. So x goes into both denominators, and then what goes into both 4 and 6? Well, 2x does. So this is actually 2x times 3x. So by the method that I was showing you before, so this is just denominators, but the method I was showing you before, I used the common factor, 2x. This is actually 2x times 2, right here. So let's rewrite that, 2x times 2. And so the common denominator is that common factor, 2x, times what's left here, 3x, times what's left here, 2 by x minus 3. That's my common denominator. Okay, what do I have to do to this top thing to get that? Well, I have to multiply it by this, right? I had 6x squared. I had 6x squared, and now I'm multiplying that much. So I'm multiplying 5 by 2 times x minus 3. So I'm going to multiply the 5 with the 2, and I'm going to get 10 times x minus 3 over here. And then I'm going to get, now this side, I've got 2x times 2 times x minus 3. So really what I'm multiplying now by is 3x. Right? I've got 2x times 2 times x minus 3. I need to multiply by 3x. X times 3x, x times 3x is 3x squared. And then it's the same denominator, which is 2x times 3x times 2 times x minus 3. Now, that's it written out factored. Now on the next page, I'm going to write it all clumped together. I mean, I'm going to multiply it. I don't need it all factored like that. All right. Now I've made more space. I just copied it up onto the new page. But now this denominator is actually, well, let's multiply everything. It was factored, now let's multiply it. So we'll have 10x minus 30 over 12x squared times x minus 3 plus 3x squared over 12x squared x minus 3. And we can add it all together, and they're all not like terms, so it become one big trinomial, 3x squared plus 10x. I'm going to bring it over here. And I'm going to multiply out the bottom, so I'll actually get 12x cubed minus 36x squared. Now, I see that, well, I was going to say try to take 3 out of the whole thing, but 3 does not go into 10. So I'm not going to do that. I believe I'm going to stop right here. That's it. That's a wrap on this problem. All right, the next one we'll look at is subtraction one. Some weirdness about that's just a messed up fraction bar. So basically, and we've got a common denominator, right? We got this. Oh no, we don't. I copied the example wrong. So this one should say over here minus 4. So then, and I've got x plus 1. So then I'm going to factor. So I got x plus 1 over. This is x plus 2, x plus 2 minus 2 over. Difference of squares factors to the square root of each, but plus minus. Okay, now they're all common denominator, so basically the numerator is x plus 1 minus 2. Well, x plus 1 minus 2 has like terms. That equals x minus 1. So it's going to be x minus 1 over, and I'm going to combine the whole, you get the common denominator. Now, if the x minus 1 matched an x plus 2 here, then we might have something that canceled out, but it doesn't. So we just have, oh, Mr. Dipper messed up. All right, and he's out of time for this video. So can you catch where Mr. Dipper messed up? This give you a hint. It's right up to here, and then Mr. Dittmer had problems. So what did he do wrong? Stay tuned in part 2, you'll find out.